There is a type of man that walks into a room and something shifts. People move. Conversations lower. Eyes follow him without knowing why. Nobody told them to react this way. Nobody gave them a reason. They just feel it. He is not necessarily the biggest man in the room. He is not the loudest. He is not waving his hands or demanding attention. He is calm. He is quiet. He is completely at ease with himself in a way that most people never experience in their entire lives. That quality has a name. And it is not confidence. It is not dominance. It is not aggression. It is something older and deeper than all of those things. It is the quality of a man who has become genuinely dangerous. Not dangerous in the way that word is usually used, dangerous in the way that matters, the way that commands respect without asking for it, the way that changes the energy of a room simply by entering it. This video is about how to build that. Not the fake version, not the performance, the real thing.
Most men misunderstand what it means to be dangerous. They think it means being aggressive, being loud, being willing to fight, being physically imposing. So they puff themselves up, they talk with aggression, they try to project toughness, and every single person around them can see immediately that it is a performance. And a performance of toughness is the opposite of toughness. Real danger is quiet. Think about the most genuinely dangerous men in history. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the world, emperor of Rome, commander of the greatest military force on earth, was known for his stillness, his calmness, his complete absence of the need to impress anyone. He wrote in his private journal, "Never esteem anything as of advantage to you that will make you break your word or lose your self-respect." A man who wrote that did not need to prove anything to anyone, and that is exactly what made him unshakable. Think about the great fighters, the ones who were truly feared, not just respected for their record. They share one quality: stillness before violence, complete calm in situations where other men panic. That stillness is not the absence of danger, it is the presence of total control. And total control is the most dangerous quality a man can possess. Dangerous does not mean violent, it means capable. Capable of violence if necessary, capable of silence when others are screaming, capable of stillness when the world is chaos, capable of walking away when most men would react. That capability, that restraint sitting on top of real power, is what people feel when a truly dangerous man walks into a room. I am going to tell you something that the soft motivational speakers will never say. Your body is the foundation of everything, not because size makes you dangerous, but because the discipline required to build a serious body builds the mind that becomes dangerous. When you train seriously, not casually, not when you feel like it, but with real discipline, through real pain, through the days when you do not want to be there, something happens inside you that cannot happen any other way. You learn that discomfort is not a reason to stop. You learn that your body wants to quit long before it actually has to. You learn that the voice in your head saying this is too hard is a liar. And once you know that voice is a liar in the gym, you know it is a liar everywhere else too. The man who has trained through genuine pain has a different relationship with difficulty than the man who has not. He has evidence, physical, undeniable, visible evidence that he can do hard things, that he can suffer and continue, that discomfort does not control him. That is not arrogance, that is knowledge. And that knowledge sits in the body. It changes the way you walk, the way you stand, the way you occupy space. People feel it without knowing what they are feeling. You do not need to be the biggest man in the room, but you need to have paid a price with your body that most men will not pay. That price: the early mornings, the sessions you did not want to do, the diet you maintained when everyone around you was eating whatever they wanted. That price changes you in ways that cannot be faked and cannot be bought. Build the body, not for aesthetics, for what the building does to the mind. Most men talk too much. This is not a minor flaw. It is a fundamental leak of power. Every unnecessary word you speak is information you have given away for free. Every time you explain yourself when nobody asked. Every time you justify your decisions to people who do not deserve the explanation. Every time you fill silence because silence makes you uncomfortable, you are demonstrating that you need something from the people around you. And need is weakness that other people can smell. The dangerous man speaks when he has something to say. He does not fill space. He does not perform for approval. He does not explain himself to people who would not understand anyway. His silence is not awkward, it is comfortable. Because he is not sitting in silence waiting for someone to validate him. He is sitting in silence because silence is where his power lives. There is a psychological principle called the law of least effort in social dynamics. The person who needs the interaction less controls the interaction. The person who is comfortable with silence controls the conversation. The person who does not need to be liked is paradoxically the most magnetic person in the room, because people are drawn to the one thing they cannot have, someone who genuinely does not need their approval. Practice this. Next time you feel the urge to explain yourself, do not. Next time someone challenges you and you feel the need to defend yourself with words, pause. Look at them. Say nothing. Let the silence do the work. You will be amazed how much power lives in the space where your words used to be. Here is the truth that most men spend their entire lives running from. You cannot be dangerous if your emotions control you. If anger makes you react before you think, you are not dangerous. You are predictable. If someone's approval or disapproval changes your mood, you are not dangerous. You are controllable. If fear makes you hesitate when you should move, you are not dangerous, you are managed. Emotional control is the hardest discipline there is, harder than any physical training. Because the gym has clear rules. You lift the weight or you do not. The discipline is visible and measurable. Emotional discipline is invisible. It happens in the moment when someone disrespects you in public, and every instinct you have says react. It happens when a woman you want shows interest in someone else, and every insecurity you carry wants to surface. It happens when things go wrong, and the easiest thing in the world would be to blame someone else. The Stoics understood this better than anyone. Epictetus, a man who was literally born a slave and spent years in chains, wrote that men are disturbed not by things but by their opinions about things. He had every reason to be destroyed by his circumstances. He chose to be free inside them instead. That choice, or the choice of your internal response regardless of external circumstances, is the ultimate expression of masculine power. Nobody can take it from you. Nobody can control it but you. When you can sit across from a man who is trying to provoke you and feel nothing but calm curiosity, you have become genuinely dangerous. Not because you could hurt him, but because he cannot touch you. And a man who cannot be touched cannot be controlled, and a man who cannot be controlled is free in a way that most people never experience. Here is the final piece, and it is the most important one. All the physical training, all the silence, all the emotional control. Without this, they are just techniques, useful, but not transformative. The truly dangerous man has a purpose that is bigger than any single relationship, any single opinion, any single outcome. He is building something, working towards something, carrying something inside him that he would not trade for comfort or approval or the validation of people who will not matter in 10 years. That purpose is his center, and a man with a true center cannot be moved. You see the difference immediately in how men respond to rejection, to failure, to disrespect. The man without purpose is devastated by these things because they are all he has. His worth is measured by what others think of him, by whether things go his way, by the approval of people around him. Take those things away, and there is nothing underneath. The man with purpose barely registers these things, not because he does not feel, but because he has somewhere to put his energy that matters more than whatever just happened. The woman who rejected him, he is back in the gym tomorrow. The deal that fell through, he is working on the next one tonight. The person who disrespected him, he does not give them the power of a reaction. His time is too valuable. His mission is too important. His standards are too high. Find your purpose, not the one that sounds good at a dinner party. The real one, the thing you would do even if nobody ever knew about it. The thing you think about at 2 a.m. when you cannot sleep. Build your life around that thing. Train your body in service of that thing. Discipline your mind in service of that thing. And watch what happens to the way the world treats you. Not because you demanded respect, but because you stopped needing it. Let me leave you with this. Dangerous men are not born, they are built. Through choices that most men will not make. Through discomfort that most men will not seek. Through discipline that most men will not maintain. Through silence that most men cannot tolerate. Through purpose that most men never find. Every single quality we have talked about today is available to you right now, not after you get the body, not after you get the money, not after the circumstances of your life improve. Now, the choice to be still when you want to react, you can make that choice today. The choice to train when you do not feel like it, you can make that choice today. The choice to speak less and mean more, you can make that choice in the next conversation you have. The dangerous man is not a fantasy. He is the version of you that exists on the other side of consistent daily choices. choices that most people around you will never make. That gap between what most men choose and what you choose is where the transformation lives. You already know what you need to do. The only question is whether you will do it when it is hard. Iron hustle, no excuses.